I'll second it.
Commissioner Morales made a motion to approve the agenda for
The minutes.
December 19. Second by Commissioner Leah. Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Leah, how do you vote?
Yes.
Agenda approved. Thank you.
Great. We do not have old businesses this meeting. I have on my agenda that we have a tabled matter. Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
So we'll go in order. We'll have this item come up first. So for this tabled matter, we have Auto Plaza Inc. Are they here this evening? Por favor, pase. Ok. Buenas, ¿cómo está? Qué bueno. Si usted quiere que yo le traduzca, me tiene que hablar al paso y así para yo poder traducirle a ellos para que ellos entiendan lo que está sucediendo también. Ok. So, para el record, deme su nombre y la razón por cual usted está, pidiendo la licencia. Sí, hables más cerca al micrófono, por favor. Ok. Yo tengo una copia. We have a copy. Yeah. Mike, Commissioner Laird, do you have any questions for Marcelo?
Yeah, I don't know how to start this one. Back in the summer, someone else came and applied for a license at that location. And
Give me a pause. En el verano, alguien vino y aplicó para la licencia que está en esa locación.
an attorney, Brian Corrigan, represented those people. He had
Y el abogado Corrigan fue que representó a esas personas.
He informed us that you were evicted from that property.
Él no informó que tú fuiste botado de esa propiedad, como que no pagó la renta, etcétera.
After that, we tabled this matter for about maybe 3 times before we brought it back up.
Después de eso, nosotros seguimos dejando, how to say tabled. Nosotros como que seguimos moviendo, pospusimos, lo que él dijo. Estoy cansada, hermano. ¿Usted me entiende? Okay.
At that time, Antonio Lopez gave me a letter to deliver to you.
En ese tiempo, Antonio nos dio una carta que nosotros le llevamos a usted.
And also a couple other letters.
Y otras cartas también notificándole del cambio, de lo que estaba sucediendo.
Those other ones were not for you, for other people.
Okay.
So I went over to Chandler Street, couldn't find you there.
So yo personalmente, él fue a la calle Chandler y no lo encontró ahí.
I went to a garage in Methuen on Broadway looking for you.
Él fue a un garaje en Methuen, en la Broadway, buscándola a usted.
I called telephone numbers
Llamé por teléfono
and different addresses I went to.
y visité diferentes direcciones para ver si lo encontraba.
At that time, we decided, this board, that the you abandoned your license.
En ese tiempo, nosotros como comisionado entendimos que usted había abandonado su licencia.
And we issued a new license to a new client that took over that area.
Y le dimos otra licencia a otro cliente que para esa locación.
That's it.
Eso es todo. ¿Usted tiene pregunta acaba de eso o quiere decir algo? Ujú. Ujú. Yeah. So he was saying that in the letter that he sent to us, he explains that he was out for a few weeks and that he wasn't available to respond to the request that we had.
I just want to know, did you get evicted from that property?
¿A usted lo botaron de esa propiedad?
Tuve inconveniente con el landlord.
Okay. That he
Eh,
he had a disagreement with the landlord.
And the landlord told you to get out.
Y el dueño te dijo que se fuera de la propiedad.
eso estaba en un proceso.
That it was
Okay.
in process, but that it wasn't final.
Also, there was supposed to be a court order that told you to leave the property.
Y usted debe de recibir una orden de la corte para que se fuera de la propiedad.
On those grounds, when the court took the property away from you and the landlord deceased your lease, you have no property, you have no location to sell cars.
Entonces, en esa situación, cuando ya usted ha recibido la nota de la corte y ha tenido la inconveniencia con el dueño del espacio, usted no tiene un espacio para poder tener su negocio.
Sí, pero puedo ubicar otro local.
So he's asking, but he can get another location with his license. That's his question.
I'm not sure if there's another location or anything.
The problem is that there is no location. The problem is that we don't have a retail license available in the city of Lawrence. It might be one in 1 or 3 months because another person lost his license and we're trying to reach him and we couldn't find him. So, but right now we don't have license available.
The other thing is also that he needs to have a location that's zoned for that type of, that type of business. And right now, there's no location zoned for that.
I'm sorry, but
Okay.
I'm sorry that you lost the license because you got kicked out of the thing by your landlord, okay? But there's no licenses available as this moment. If you want to put your name down on the list and hopefully a new place comes up, we'll be glad to take your name. And the first time someone comes in, if there's a license, we'll call you.
Entonces, que nos sentimos mal que no hay ahora no hay licencias disponibles. Van a haber licencias en 3 o 4 meses porque usted entendió. Entonces, dígame.
Ok, pero yo no estoy pidiendo una licencia nueva. Yo estoy reclamando mi licencia porque en ese local no había licencia.
Sí, pero la licencia...
Tengo aquí la prueba.
So he's
donde-
saying that I'm sorry, él está diciendo, he's saying that he's not asking for a new license, that he's asking for his license, but we revoked his license.
That license has been revoked and given to somebody else.
So esa licencia que usted tiene ahí, nosotros la cancelamos y se la dimos a otra persona. Porque durante el tiempo que necesitábamos que usted se comunicara con nosotros, que usted estaba presente ahí, no pudimos tener comunicación con usted. Y tenemos a otras personas que estaban interesadas en la licencia.
Automáticamente, yo no recibí ninguna notificación. Si está en la carta con la que me mandaron las notificaciones, quisiera que me la muestren.
Okay. Yeah. Sí. Do you have them there? Copies of notification. Yeah, can you?
Right here.
Yeah, I see it. Right here. Si usted ve ahí esas cartas, nosotros tratamos de mandárselas a usted y comunicarnos con usted. Y hubo en 3 diferentes ocasiones que este mismo artículo estaba en nuestra agenda.
¿Puedo decir algo?
Claro.
Que él decía que a él no lo habían llamado y yo usé mi teléfono y le dije, ¿puedo tener los 3 primeros números de tu teléfono? And I-
Sí,
y lo
en
marqué.
español también.
Inmediatamente lo marqué, ahí salió el nombre de él.
Okay.
That means that I was calling to this number. That's the only way you can see if I was trying to reach him. He never answered the phone.
Okay.
Permiso, Antonio. Esa llamada que me hizo, en ningún teléfono que no me había llamado. Me llamó en diciembre cuando vine para marcar el número. Automáticamente usted marca un número de un teléfono y pasan 2 o 3 meses y usted marca de nuevo, se va a repetir. Pero hacía como 3 semanas que usted me había marcado. Aquí no
So he's questioning him the communication.
Excuse me, excuse me.
1 second.
Address us and we talk to you.
Antonio, nuestro clerk.
Let us know what's going on.
Okay, let's pause for a second. Lieutenant Cirillo, do you have any comments, concerns?
No.
No, thank you. Director Ruiz.
Yes, as far as I'm concerned, he abandoned the license. He didn't, he didn't try to proceed to get the license. Or Antonio, I know Antonio called him because he told me he got letters. So in my opinion, he lost the license, and whoever has it now, it's up to them. They have the license now. He's gonna have to wait for another license, in my opinion.
Okay. Commissioner Laird?
I just want to let you tell you, I went to that place 4 or 5 times, and finally I left a letter there with the new owners in case you showed up. I went to another place where your brother was supposed to be working or something like that. So all I can tell you right now is that the license is gone. You can apply for a new license when a new location comes up.
¿Entendió? So, que tratamos de comunicarnos con usted, no estaba presente, le mandamos comunicaciones de diferentes maneras, hasta tratamos de comunicarnos con su hermano. Entonces, bueno, la licencia no existe ya para ese local. Entonces, tiene que esperar para aplicar para otra licencia porque lo que usted quiere no lo tenemos ahora. No tenemos su licencia en circulación.
Okay. Si ellos no tienen licencia en ese local, él no tiene derecho a reclamar. Y yo le expliqué en la carta las razones.
Yes.
Yo considero que voy a continuar con esta
Insistencia.
insistencia.
Okay, he says
Y
he's
yo
going to try to... Excúsame, dígame.
necesito para el próximo meeting, necesito porque tal vez mi abogado va a intervenir con más tiempo y pueda
Okay.
tener esto un final de otra manera.
Okay, so he wants to, he doesn't want this, this to end here, that he wants to come back to our next meeting to present a better case. But the issue is that we don't have a license for this location.
You can come back here tomorrow, the next week, the week after. I'm trying to tell you, there's no licenses available, so we cannot give you a license.
So usted puede regresar las cuantas veces que quiera, pero por ahora no tenemos una licencia disponible para usted. Entonces, desde que una licencia se haga disponible, usted puede aplicar para esa licencia, pero ahora mismo no hay. Porque su licencia la sacamos de circulación y se le dio a otra persona.
Yo no puse en duda el trabajo que hicieron en la carta del plico ahí,
Sí, ya yo la leí.
el trabajo que hizo, vamos a decir, los trabajadores del City Hall, no lo puse en duda en ningún momento. Puse que actuaron de manera ventajosa en Lando en consecuencia de mi problema que tuve de salud y no pude estar en esos meses ahí.
So he's saying
Esa es
here,
la razón, y yo
I know.
aquí tengo la prueba
sí, yo sé.
de que él no tiene su licencia ahí y por eso yo estoy reclamando. No estoy pidiendo nada fuera.
Ya. So lo que vamos a hacer, bueno, por ahora no podemos cambiar esto, pero nos podemos quedar en contacto y seguimos trabajando para ver si desde que uno tenga una licencia, usted esté en línea para recibir su licencia. Está bien así, porque no puedo cambiar la decisión que ya hemos tomado.
I make a motion, we deny the license request.
I second that motion.
Commissioner Lea made a motion to deny your request today, second by Commissioner Morales. Commissioner Lea, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Request denied.
So nos vamos a quedar en comunicación y desde que haya una licencia disponible, seguimos en eso. No podemos darle la licencia en esta locación porque no existe.
No en esa locación, tengo otro lugar.
Ok, so desde que tengamos la licencia lista y disponible, usted puede aplicar para esa locación, pero ahora no tenemos.
Bueno, yo cercamos la mía.
Ok. Antonio, le tenemos que hacer seguimiento para que no se confunda. Ok. Gracias. Yes, I'm sorry. Para continuar, to continue. I'm sorry, everybody, I just spoke in Spanish. My brain is tired, so I can't do both all the time. Sorry. The next item on the agenda, for new business, we have St. Anthony Maronite Church, who's applying for a one-day all-alcohol license. We have two.
Good evening,
Good evening. Edgar? Are you Edgar?
St. Anthony.
Oh, okay,
Mennonite
St.
Church.
Okay, sorry.
Excuse me, we're gonna handle them both real quick, right? So
Yeah.
we don't have to call you up a second time.
Thank you.
Yes. So could you tell us your name and the reason for the two licenses that you guys are applying for? You have an event on February 8th and March 1st.
Right. My name is Wissam Merab from St. Anthony Maronite Church in Lawrence. That's our annual event we'll do every year. We apply for one-day liquor. We have one in February 8th and one in March 1st.
I have the times here, 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Okay. Commissioner Laird, do you have any questions?
No, he's been here a couple of times before us, and each time he's been approved. Been going on for years, so we'll just leave it the way it is.
Thank you. Lieutenant Cirillo?
No questions. They run a good event. Good luck with your event, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Director Ruiz?
No questions, good luck.
Okay, thank you. I don't have additional questions. Commissioner Laird?
I make a motion, we approve both licenses, one for the February 8th and the other one for March 1st.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Lea made a motion to approve one-day alcohol license for St. Anthony's Church for 70 Lawrence Street for February 8th and March 1st, second by Commissioner Morales. Commissioner Lea, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Motion passed. Congratulations. You can pass by to the office to pick up the license on
Thank you. so
Friday,
much. Friday?
just in case.
All right. No
Okay?
problem.
All right,
I will stop by Friday.
all right.
Thank you, Anthony.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Good night. Okay. Natalia's not here? Okay, so the next item on the agenda, we're going to table it for our next meeting.
Sure that they can come to the next meeting because there is situation with the building and they try to fix with the assessor office. After they get the list, they're gonna confirm with me for one of the meetings.
Okay, Commissioner Laird, what do you think?
Make a motion to table it.
Until they're ready. Is that okay? Director Ruiz? Okay. Okay, I'll make a motion to table this matter until, they're ready to return to the licensing board. Second it, please.
Second.
Thank you.
Commissioner Morales made a motion to table Natalia Restaurant, second by Commissioner Lea. Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Lea, how do you vote?
Yes.
Business table for a future meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The next item on the agenda, we have Centro Latino, who's applying to change of manager at, from 5660 Common Street. Centro Latino Inc. Okay.
Good evening. My name is Dan Tarlow. I represent the petitioner El Centro.
Okay.
John Tarshi, who is the actual proposed manager, just texted me. He is on his way here. if the board needs to hear from him, I would just ask to be recalled as soon as he gets here. If not, I could make the presentation, explain why we're changing the manager.
Okay, Commissioner Laird?
We'll wait until,
Wait for him to come. Thank you.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to table this matter towards the end of the meeting,
second.
or move it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, the next item on the agenda, we have Flow Lounge Bar and Grill, who's applying to make alterations to the premises. Hello.
Good evening, Commissioners, City officials, Attorney Brian Corrigan for the applicant, Flow Lounge Bar and Grill LLC. With me tonight is Johanny Gomez, the manager of the licensed establishment. This is a very straightforward alteration of premises application. Ms. Gomez is seeking to basically do some reconfiguration to improve the efficiency of the lounge, make it a little bit more safe and manageable. So it's, as you see from the floor plans, shifting the bar from where it currently sits at the front of the establishment to the rear. And that's basically it. It's the same layout, same footprint, but just a little bit of a reconfiguration of the bar.
Thank you. Commissioner Laird?
It looks okay, the plan, but is there a rear exit on that place?
Yeah, front and rear access, Commissioner.
All right, they don't have to go through the kitchen to get to the rear exit, right? The answer is no, they don't.
Lieutenant Cirillo?
So Johanny, do you still have a kitchen there or no?
Oh, yes, we have a kitchen, but the bar is not
Yeah.
after the kitchen, it's before the kitchen.
So you don't.
I still have the kitchen. Yeah.
go through the kitchen, right?
No. It's the same, like the bar used to be right in the front, it's gonna be right at the end.
If you see the plans, Director, it looks like there's a hallway that goes straight out to the back door, so, yeah.
Lieutenant Cirillo, you see it?
I do.
Okay. Any comments, concerns, questions?
No, that's not the way it used to be, so that's a change then, right? Correct? Okay.
Yeah, so what you see here is the planned redesign. Yes.
When is this supposed to be completed by?
Well, if we get approval tonight, then we'll start the work, so that if and when the ABCC decides to come up and take a look at it, they'll see the finished product. But if we get approval tonight, it'll start the work. How long do you think it'll take, Johanny?
2 weeks.
No, I have no problem with it, but I'm just worried. So we've been approving things, and nothing gets done. Like a liquor store that's been we approved for 2 years ago, nothing's been done on it yet. So I know he's supposed to start after H&R Block season ends, but I just want to see things. We approve something, I want to see things on it.
Ms. Gomez was ready to start the work prior, but we recommended we wait until we at least come tonight.
Yeah.
So with your blessing, work will probably start tomorrow.
Awesome.
I have no questions.
I don't have any questions. I'll make a motion to approve this matter.
Mike.
Can you second it, Mike? Oh, I thought we went through. Sorry, Officer Cano.
questions.
I mean,
No questions.
Lieutenant Cirillo, is that the thing is, you guys, it's, I have a daughter. I'm tired. Okay, she's 1.5.
No questions.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll make a motion, we accept this plan.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Laird made a motion to approve the alteration of premise at 336 Common Street, second by Commissioner Morales. Commissioner Laird, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Motion passed. You can start tomorrow.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
send it
you.
over.
Yeah,
Good night.
thank you. Okay. The next item on the agenda, we have Duarte Auto Sales, who's applying for a retail license.
Good evening.
Item number 6. Could you please state your name? Hi. Could you please state your name for the record and tell us a little bit about this application?
Sure. My name is Wilfred Duarte.
Thank you. Okay. Commissioner Laird?
Yeah, I'm familiar with the area, and all your paperwork up to date now?
Yep.
The lease?
Yes. I mean, the lease is not done yet
Okay.
because Brian DePeña is supposed to give me a new lease. He's working on it. He told me he's gonna be ready for this week.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't cut.
Commissioner Laird, go ahead.
No, the main thing is the lease. You can't approve it until we have a lease.
I understand.
Lieutenant Cirillo?
No questions, you know, again, I confirm with the commissioner, we have to wait for that.
Director Ruiz?
No questions.
Okay.
How soon before you get the lease?
What's up?
How soon before you get the lease?
He's supposed to be ready before Friday.
Okay.
4, 5?
No, before
Before
Friday.
Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah, I guess we could then. If you don't have the lease by Friday, right, you come back 2 weeks from now, and then we'll have to go through it again. But if you have the lease, we'll make a motion that we approve it, but you have to bring the lease down Friday before 1 o'clock.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. And if it's not there, then we have to do this again in the next meeting.
Okay, sounds great for me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I need.
I'll make a motion, we approve it upon the, receive the lease before Friday at 1 o'clock.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Lea made a motion to approve Duarte Auto Sales at 348 Broadway pending on the lease, second by Commissioner Morales. Commissioner Lea, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Motion passed pending on the lease.
Just remember one thing, Friday they leave early, so you better get down here early Friday.
I will. Thank you so much. Have a good
You're
one.
welcome.
Thank you. The next item we have Cotuban Inc. is applying for a common vic license. Buenas. ¿Cómo está? ¿No puede decir su nombre para...?
Juan Durán.
Ujú. Y usted, esto es un nuevo negocio que usted
Yes.
tiene.
Sí.
Okay. I just asked him if this is a new business that he has. He says yes. Commissioner Laird, do you have questions?
Yeah, I'm familiar with this business. Used to be across the street from the Cedar Crest, and I knew the owners, prior owners. But did you, I'm not sure if it's been approved by the fire department yet, or inspected or anything like that.
¿Usted sabe si los bomberos han ido a hacer la inspección allá y...?
No, todavía.
Todavía no. Okay. The fire department hasn't gone yet. Lieutenant Cirillo?
No questions.
Okay. Director Ruiz?
You still have a kitchen in the back there?
Tienen una cocina en la,
Sí,
detrás.
exacto.
Okay.
Do you have all, did you apply for the new food permits?
¿Ustedes aplicaron para los nuevos permisos de comida?
Sí.
All right, thank you.
Is there a way for us to confirm that the fire department can make sure that they do the inspection? Okay,
He's waiting for one of the inspectors
okay,
to set up the appointment to do the inspection for them.
okay,
He's waiting.
okay. Commissioner Laird?
I'm gonna make a motion, we accept it, approve it, But you
contingent.
don't get the license until you've been, final inspections are done, okay?
So vamos a hacer una moción para aprobarlo, pero no puede recibir la licencia hasta que las inspecciones sean aprobados por el departamento, por la ciudad y por el departamento de bomberos.
¿Lo puedo recibir?
No puede recibir la licencia hasta que esas inspecciones se pasen.
Ok.
Gracias. I'll make the motion to approve this common vic license contingent on their inspections passing.
Second,
Commissioner Morales made a motion to approve a common vic license for 204 Broadway for Cotuban Inc., pending on the inspection. Second by Commissioner Lear. Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Lear, how do you vote?
yes.
Motion pass.
No, de inglés nada. Ok.
Sí.
Ok.
Pero sígale haciéndole seguimiento al departamento de inspección aquí para que ellos vayan y hagan eso lo más pronto posible para que usted pueda.
El food service fue hoy, solo faltan los bomberos.
Ajá.
Faltan los bomberos.
Ajá, eso es todo.
Ok.
Ok,
Solo eso.
solo eso.
Queden bien.
Gracias.
Um,
And,
I'm gonna make a motion that we hold number 9 to the end with number 12.
okay. Do you want to move them out of order or?
No, I want to hear them both together, 9 and 12, but it's gonna be a long one, so I'd rather get the other two.
Okay.
revisit.
Okay. So,
Move 9 and 12 together.
so let's make a motion to move item number 9 and number 12 towards the end of the meeting. And 12. And move it at the end. Okay. So then we're looking, can you second the motion, Mike?
Yes.
Second,
Commissioner Morales made a motion to move item number 9 and do it together with number 12. Second by Commissioner Lear. Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yeah.
Commissioner
Yes.
Lear, how do you vote?
yes.
Okay. Vamos a tratar Energy Lounge together with the Wendy Bar and Restaurant at the end as a number 12 item because there is 2 issues on those business.
Excuse me. The next item, we have Deli Moore, who's applying for a one-day wine and malt license. I think we've done this before. This business, yeah.
Buenas noches.
Buenas, ¿cómo está?
Bien usted. Soy Rosa More, representante de Deli More. Estoy pidiendo un día de licor para compartir con los clientes y amigos el día de San Valentín, el día de la amistad.
Gracias. I am Rosa, and I'm asking for a one-day wine and malt license to have a Valentine's Day party with the customers and clients in the area. Commissioner Laird?
No, we're familiar, you've been here a number of times, we've already, again, what's this one for now?
It's Valentine's Day.
Febrero 15.
That Saturday.
No further questions.
Lieutenant Cirillo?
No questions.
No questions.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to approve this one-day wine and malt license.
Second,
Commissioner Morales made a motion to approve one-day alcohol license for
One
Deli
day
Mo-
wine and malt.
Wine and beer, yes, at 420 Common Street for an event on February 15. Second by Commissioner Lear. Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Lear, how do you vote?
yes.
Motion pass 2-0. Congratulations.
Gracias.
You can pick up the license on Friday, not tomorrow.
Counselor, Counselor, Mr. Tashi here yet?
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, yep, okay. So we have Motorsports, who's applying for a Class 2 license, wholesale to wholesale. Samara Flores. Hello. Hi. Hello. Yeah.
You got me?
Yes, we
There you go.
can. Great. Can you state your name for the record, and can you tell us about your business?
Samara Flores, and we
Thank you.
buy and sell cars from the auction.
Yep. Thank you. Commissioner Laird.
You're here to renew your license, but we have a problem with your license.
Okay.
Okay? On 10/21 or 24, you sold a car to a woman,
Yep.
not a wholesaler. You familiar with it?
I'm familiar with it.
It's in the back of the room.
Yep.
Okay. According to Mass General laws, you're responsible to have that car fixed or repaired.
Okay.
Or, if you're not gonna do that, you're supposed to give it back the money by, under the lemon law.
Okay.
And if you don't do that, we and her will apply it to the,
You have to speak into the mic.
we will apply, call the Attorney General's office, which gets involved and such as with penalties and interest for fines,
Okay.
okay? So I have a problem. She said the car's been here.
Okay.
She talked to your wife to have it fixed. She brought it to a guy to have it fixed.
Okay.
And according to this thing, it's gonna cost over $4,000 to have this car fixed. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
Yeah, yeah.
And then a friend of hers called you and you said you're not gonna do anything about the car. Is that your answers you're gonna go with?
Can I speak?
Yeah.
Commissioner Mike, on that day, I was trying to help her, right? And I did send her to a mechanic. She was playing both parts. She will go to another mechanic, the other mechanic will mess up the car and go to my mechanic. My mechanic did everything to that car. She even asked for gas. So saying that she wants to fix certain things on her car while she's going back and forth. Everything got done. I got receipts and there's cameras, so I can get it for you. I communicated with her and I told her, go over there, meaning I'll fix the car for her. But now she's asking for me to fix the whole car. And it's been over 30 days. Isn't it the law of 30 days? And I gave her a bill of sale of that. And she had a boyfriend that when I sold her the car, he stated, which I got pictures and I have my form, stated that he will take care of the car if I give him the car as is.
Let's say two things, okay? Mass General Law says there is no such thing as is, okay? You don't sell a car as is, okay? Second thing, once she reported to you, when she couldn't get an inspection sticker, it becomes a lemon law. It comes under the lemon law. So you either have to settle with her, buy the car back and give her the money for the car, and also her sales tax, or you have the car fixed.
Which is fine, which was totally fine with that. I communicated with her. I called her a couple weeks ago and I told her, listen, this is what it is, I'll help you. I called her to fix it. But she put another guy there telling me a bunch of things that he was never, but moving on forward, I would have that fixed, whatever she needs. And
I can only tell you what I heard, right? And I was there when she made a complaint, and I needed an interpreter, and they got a guy over there from another dealership over there, and looked at it, and he told me exactly what she said, and I have a letter written up by them. She's in the back room willing to testify today, okay? Now, you have to decide, if you want to keep your license, you ain't supposed to sell a car to anybody except the dealer. Let me finish. Except the dealer. You violated that, okay? So if you want us to renew the license, you better fix this problem first.
that's first and foremost. I'll fix it today. I mean, I'm being, but I will take care of it because the whole point of is customers moving on forward, helping the next, and just making it right. I'm not.
What's your name, Sarah?
Yeah, Sarah?
Sarah?
I'm Samara.
No, that's
Samara.
She doesn't speak English.
Okay.
Buenas noches.
Good evening, buenas noches. Go ahead, Mike.
Sarah Molina, right?
Okay.
You're familiar with this letter, right?
¿Tú estás familiarizada con esa carta?
Sí.
Sí, okay.
He's willing to have your car fixed or pay you the money back.
Él dice que él está dispuesto a repararte el carro o darte el dinero para atrás.
Are you acceptable to that?
¿Tú estás de acuerdo con eso?
Sí. Si me va a solucionar, sí, claro.
That she says yes, that if he will take care of it, definitely.
All right, I'm going to give you to the next meeting to take care of this. If I found out you didn't do it, don't even come back for another license, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If we return this down, it's going to be considered as a revoke of your license, and you won't get a license in Massachusetts anywhere. All right? Because your name will be turned into the trooper that comes in here, and we'll tell him, and he'll make sure that you're not allowed to sign any cars.
Okay.
Okay?
1 second. It's Lieutenant Cirillo,
No questions.
Director Ruiz,
No questions.
Commissioner Laird.
I make a motion, we table this until the next meeting.
So we will table this matter until the next meeting. Contingent that you guys will take care of this matter.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I will come over and talk to you during the week, okay?
Que él va a venir a hablar con usted durante la semana.
I'll come over to the business to talk to you.
Que él va a ir al negocio para hablar con ustedes. He'll go to the business to speak to you guys. Okay. Okay. Y con Sara también entendió que él va a chequear para ver cómo está todo durante la semana.
Ok, está bien.
Okay,
Muchas gracias.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Commissioner Lea made a motion to table empty motors for February 19 meeting, second by Commissioner Morales. Commissioner Lea, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
I will see you on February 19. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, the next item on the agenda, we have, oh, wait a minute.
Here?
Mr. Tashi's here. Yeah, so let's come up, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for recalling it. Apologies for Mr. Tarshi being late, but he's here now. This is an application to appoint John Tarshi as the manager of the applicant. Mr. Tarshi is familiar with the establishment. He's worked there for quite some time. He understands how to run it. He understands the rules. He understands the expectations that the city has for safety and to making sure that he serves the public in a proper manner. If the board has any questions for Mr. Tarshi, he stands ready to answer them.
Okay. Commissioner Laird?
Yes, I'm familiar with the Tashi family, and I'm sorry about your loss.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I just want to, if we approve this, I just want to make sure you're there. 50% of the time it's open. That's the rules of the city of Lawrence.
I'm there every single time it's open.
Okay. And if the police walk in there, they want to check the thing, you have to let them check it, right?
Yes.
You have to go by and the camera systems and everything has to be up to date. As long as you go by those rules and you behave yourself, there'll be no problem.
Understood.
Director, Lieutenant Cirillo?
No questions. I'm familiar with the establishment and Mr. Tashi, so we all set.
Thank you.
No
Director
questions.
Ruiz?
No questions.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Laird?
I'll make a motion, we approve it.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Lea, I made a motion to approve a change of manager for Central Nightclub at 56 Common Street, second by Commissioner Morales. Commissioner Lea, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Motion passed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, council.
Thank you. Okay. The next item on the agenda,
Number 9 and 12.
Energy Lounge. Did we want them to both come up together? We have one, yeah, okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Commissioners, once again, Attorney Brian Corrigan for the applicant. In this case, what we have, at least one of the matters before you is a application for a change of manager and DBA. So I represent Energy Lounge Incorporated, the licensee. You all know Gracia Guerrero, the current manager and owner of Energy Lounge Incorporated. Ms. Guerrero has been in operation since 2022. This has been an incredibly difficult saga for her. There have been issues from day one with the landlord, as this board, I think, is well aware, as are the city officials. You'll probably be hearing from Mr. Morgan tonight on some of those issues, so I'll defer and address them at a later date. But needless to say, Ms. Guerrero has a full-time job working for the government, and when she's finished with that job, she manages Energy Lounge. She pays all the bills, she pays the taxes, she makes sure that the place is properly run. It's just too much to deal with. Secondly, as you know, last December, not this past, but the previous December, there was an unfortunate incident at Energy Lounge where a patron was shot. This board took some punitive action and essentially rolled back the hours of the lounge for several weeks. During that period of time, Ms. Guerrero sat down to rethink how best to move this place forward. And I think what she basically decided was that the lounge concept, the nightclub concept, was just not something she wanted to deal with. So she has brought in Mr. Garcia, who we have see tonight. Luis Garcia is the prospective new manager. Mr. Garcia is an experienced restaurateur. He has owned and operated 2 different restaurants in New Hampshire with his wife, who's here tonight, Carmen, and his family. They are prepared to bring a new focus to the establishment, to change from the Energy Lounge concept to Muy Chingon, a Mexican restaurant. And I think this is really a win-win for everybody, because we're gonna hopefully eliminate some of the issues that this board has had to deal with over the last couple of years. Ms. Guerrero is gonna get some well-deserved and needed relief with the management of the place. And we've got somebody here, Mr. Garcia, who knows what he's doing, is ready to hit the ground running with a nice restaurant concept. And so that's basically it. Obviously, this is a case that has taken on a life of its own. I should assume the board might have some questions, but that is what we're looking for tonight in a nutshell.
Thank you. Commissioner Laird.
Yes, a couple of things. A couple of weeks ago, I was called down there, along with the inspectional services, the police department, the fire department, everything else. Questions were brought up about changing the name before we approved it. We found out the club was renovated without the approval of the licensing board. All right? It wasn't major, but these things have to be addressed. So for future references, anytime you do any more renovation at a club, we have to notify before you do it. You cannot change the name until we approve the name. The club is clean, very well cleaned, and it's really sharp looking. But any renovation that has to do with the club has to be done with the permit and with the approval of the inspectional service, the fire department, etc. I want to make that perfectly clear.
Lieutenant Serlo.
What are the proposed hours of operation for the restaurant?
Same hours as currently situated, Lieutenant. So the lounge is open until last call every night. And the restaurant will remain with those hours, so 1 o'clock, with the exception of the Friday into Saturday with the 2. In terms of opening time, they do serve lunch now. They plan to try to really go after a lunch crowd. On Sundays, did you do brunch at all, or it's just lunch? Lunch and dinner. So, so yeah, it's basically no change to the existing hours on the license.
And Mr. Garcia is aware that at 11 o'clock, all minors need to be off premises when he transfers over to the nightclub aspect, per city ordinance?
I'm glad that you mentioned it, Lieutenant, but I've provided my clients with copies of the rules and regulations. I'll make sure that those are studied and that there won't be any issues with that.
Okay, and if he needs any guidance or any education on that, the police department, as well as ISD and the fire department and the licensing board would be very happy to bring him up to speed on any issues, to avoid any issues.
Okay.
No further questions.
Thank you. Director Ruiz?
I just want to mention that the last few weeks, Inspection Service has been involved in some incidents over there. You know, specifically, you know, some electrical issues, some plumbing issues. I guess my building inspector, Peter, and the plumbing inspector went over there. I'm hoping that that was taken care of. It's been an ongoing problem. So I know Mass Electric, the electrical needs to be repaired because Mass Electric wants to shut the electric to the building, and right now we're trying to work with that.
Yeah, Director Ruiz, I'll just bring you up to speed on that. So last Friday, the landlord went into the premises with an electrician and removed the electrical panel servicing the restaurant without any advance notice on a Friday afternoon, knowing that there's no one around in the city after 12 o'clock and no way to get someone to come in and enforce. So basically, the place has been without power now since Friday. I spoke with City Electrical Inspector Mizuraka on Monday. I've spoken with representatives of the fire department. I was told that the landlord was not going to make any repairs to the electrical system, so I asked, should my client make the repairs? And it was agreed by all parties that that'd be the thing to do. So my clients went ahead and hired an electrician and to go in, pull the permits, work with Mr. Mizuraka, the fire department, make sure that the panel was brought up to code so that they could have the power turned back on from National Grid and get back in business, hopefully before the weekend. Every time I turn around, there's some new wrinkle in the case, and the landlord runs down to City Hall and is using city officials to try to enforce what she thinks is owed to her. I will say this to you, I have copies for the board. I can bring them up to you and give you copies. There are at least 2 pending cases in the courts right now concerning this business relationship. One concerns the lease, which is here in Lawrence District Court. The other concerns the acquisition and sale of the business, which is in the Essex Superior Court right next door to us. These issues are going to be resolved at some point by the court, which is where they should be resolved. Not here in City Hall, where, frankly, there are no judges here in City Hall. And so Ms. Mejia running in here and asking the building commissioner and the licensing board and city officials and the police to do her landlord work is just really inappropriate. And all I can ask is that my clients be given the opportunity to try to make this a better establishment, and hopefully in another forum, which is the court system, we'll deal with all these other issues that have been raised about who's responsible for the electricity and who's responsible for the plumbing and all the concealed plumbing work that was done without any code. I think you know, Director, that work was done years before my client took, because we had that issue when we were trying to open the establishment back in 2022, and I was dealing then with the plumbing inspector, Mr. Hurley. The plumbing in the basement, which was supposed to be cast iron, was plastic, and it was painted black to make it look like cast iron. And Ms. Mejia refused, the landlord refused to do the work, so Ms. Guerrero did the work and paid for it. She paid for everything. I mean, that was the only reason they were able to open up, because otherwise the city was not going to allow the occupancy permit. So it's been one thing after another, but, you know, I'm actually amazed that she's been able to put up with what she's put up with. But she really needs this management transfer to go through so we can get somebody in there who knows how to run a restaurant. So,
yeah, just for the record, Ms. Mejia has come into City Hall a number of times, and every single time I've told her that it's in need, we're not an agent of anybody. I've explained to her that she needs to go to resolve it in housing court or Superior Court or whatever court she wishes to go to. And that's what that's my advice every single time that if she's come in front of me.
Commissioner Laird?
The pipe's been fixed, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
the pipe was fixed back in 2022.
I'm just saying, the other day, last week or two.
Yeah, no. There are still some code issues, but these are issues that I believe Ms. Mejia has been ordered to correct. She's the landlord, she owns the building. The plumbing that's in the basement services not only the lounge, but services the apartments upstairs. So she's responsible for that stuff. If she gets to the point where she refuses to do the work and it becomes an issue where the city might shut the building down, Ms. Guerrero will do what she's done multiple times over the last 3 years, which is she'll get the work done and then look to Ms. Mejia for credit. It's really unbelievable that a tenant would have to do that, but that's what we're dealing with.
The last time I was there, I was told there's a restraining order against her.
There is.
All right, then she's not allowed in that office, that building. You know, as long as she's there, she's not allowed in that building by law.
She was there today.
Well, she can.
Actually, she lives there.
She can go into the apartment. She can't interfere with the.
But she doesn't have to get through the business to get to the apartment. She just have an apartment there, but she actually doesn't live there.
She doesn't live there, I know that.
She doesn't live there. She has an apartment there, and she's saying that she lives there, but she actually doesn't live there.
If she comes into the area where the bar is and everything, just call the police, have her arrested.
She had 2 warrants, and
She was arraigned.
she's playing a game.
She was arraigned last week, Commissioner, and I was in court, I think 2 days ago, and the matter is being handled. It's now been assigned to the district attorney. She violated the order. There's a pretrial conference scheduled for sometime in March, and you know, she's facing possible criminal time, penalty, and maybe some jail time for the continued action. So we're doing our best to just try to put this to rest so the city doesn't have to deal with this BS. But it's been a, you know.
Let me put it this way, when I was called in a couple of weeks ago, after we left there, she came to City Hall and stayed here for 45 minutes arguing with us, telling us we did everything illegal, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and would not take any advice from us or anything else. I told her, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told her, it has to be settled in court.
Agreed.
Okay.
Go ahead, Gracia.
I want to say something, and thank you for the opportunity, Commissioner. So this is a situation that you all know about it, and she has been coming to the City Hall, pointing to us that we have been doing things illegally. However, since day one that I came here, I said that I didn't have the experience because that was my first time trying to work hard for my dreams, for my goals, and so I want to do my best, and I say I'm available to learn from the process. And anytime that I have an issue, I all the time have the time to ask how to do things, how to correct things. And she's the one who has been lying to the city since the day one when she, as my attorney said, She had been saying that we built like a bathroom in the basements, and we have proof pictures that shows the date, and the previous inspection back in 2022 saw that bathroom downstairs and the work, and he said that was building illegally. So we have that proof. Now she can with that matter to the city hall in 2025. So she's just trying to make my life miserable, and
Let's
move it along.
let's get this done. We have the other part coming up in a minute. Let's get this real quick. We're gonna vote on him being the manager. We can go through this all day long because we're gonna hear the other part in a second. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve him as the manager and change of the name of the business, and I'll make that in a motion.
okay.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Laird made a motion to approve to change the corporate name, change of manager, and change the DBA name from NLG Lounge to Muy Chingon Mexican Restaurant at 459 Broadway, second by Commissioner Morales. Commissioner Laird, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Motion passed. Thank you.
I don't think you're going too far, Counselor.
Yeah. Thank you. Good luck.
Your turn.
The next, yeah. Hello. Can you please state your
Good
name for the
evening.
record?
My name is Attorney Tom Morgan, and I represent the building owner.
Okay.
Frankly, Attorney Corrigan's description of this Friday event is grossly misrepresented. Let me tell you why. You should know that the lease is in the name of Ms. Guerrero, not the corporation. The documents that have been submitted to this board that represent that the lease was properly assigned have never been signed by my client, never approved by my client. Since the commencement of this lease, there has been at least 3 building permits pulled that have never been completed, never inspected, never approved by this board, and consistent with the lease requirements, never approved by my client. A typical commercial lease, and the one that exists for this premises, requires landlord approval, including submission of what one would propose to do for improvements, approval of the contractor, and proof that the contractor is licensed and insured. None of that has ever been complied with. Having said that, things really began to heat up when there was a fire alarm on January 6th. The fire department couldn't enter the building. They couldn't enter the building through where the alarm went off because something that I have complained to Attorney Corrigan for, and he has entirely ignored me, which is the key to the door to get in the basement from the rear entrance has a metal jail-type door behind it. Well, they gave us a key. They changed the locks. They gave us another key. But if you put the key in the door, it won't open. The fire department had the same problem. And that was just the beginning. When they did the inspection, we discovered that the person who represents himself as the manager, Neftali Arroyo, that has the restraining order, is apparently living in the basement. He was ordered to remove the mattress, but my client can't verify that. In the meantime,
Let's stop right there. I don't want to get involved between landlord and tenants, and et cetera, okay? We're here, wait a minute, you're on the agenda for a promissory note that was sent to the ABC. Am I right? Let's go back. 6 months, 8 months ago, you were here with Mr. Frank Bancardi, am I right?
it was probably a year and a half ago.
My mind is that 6 months, a year ago, and we ran into the same problem with the lease then, and Frank and there, we told you to come back in 2 weeks. Frank didn't come back, and you didn't come back. Am I right?
That's true.
All right, now, let me finish. Let me finish. I'm speaking now. When I looked over all the records that she submitted to us, I mean, there was a lot of them. The promissory note dated and signed by both parties was on 9/22/2021. The amendment was 6 months later, 3/24/2022. Neither party signed it at all. Purchase and sales agreement dated 3/24/22 was not signed. All documents were never signed by either party after that. The only original document was that one, dated on 9/22/21. So, furthermore, the promissory note, the original promissory note came into this board on 11/21/2021. It was approved by the licensing board at that time on 9/8/22. I was not part of that board. Anna was on that board with Katie and Hector Santiago. They approved that license. Since that time, I've been accused by Wendy that I have did everything illegally and not given her the license. They came in to renew the license, they had these documents. Of all the documents that were signed, the only one I could see legit was 9/22/21, which was filed with the Lawrence Licensing Board and had been approved by ABC and us, okay? Wendy has no complaints with us. You have a problem, like Attorney Corrigan says, it's gotta go to court. You can do what you want, get into court and settle it. That way, Mr. Corrigan's clients and your client can live peacefully. Do not bring it back in front of this board and tell Wendy, she seems like a nice person, but she just doesn't understand that we did nothing wrong.
I'm not making accusations against the board, but I do want to correct what has been presented regarding these current code issues.
That doesn't come to us, that goes to inspectional services. We don't do codes. We make sure the club's got license and issue the license, and it's been approved by us. Any problem with inspectional service, they will notify us. Anything with the police department, they will notify us. Anything with the fire department, they'll notify us, and this board will take action then.
I just want to say that every time Wendy has come to inspectional services and reported that somebody's been working with it, we've sent a building inspector or the building commissioner over there, and he's taking care of it. So I'm not sure. I haven't been in a long time, so I don't know what's going on. Today she came in again, saying that something about the electrical, the plumbing, the building stuff, and I sent Peter over there, the building commissioner, and I also sent the plumbing inspector. I haven't spoken to them yet, so I don't know what happened. But every time she's come to City Hall and filed a complaint, my job is just to make sure that it's legitimate, and that's what I've done.
I want to repeat, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I was out there again. And I was with the fire department, I was with the police department, and I was with inspectional services. I found some violations, and they're supposed to correct them. We gave them to today to correct those violations. That is our job here. To get involved between you and Mr. Corrigan and Wendy and his clients is a no-no. We don't get involved in private suits like this. You have to handle it.
The thing that is most upsetting to me is there's been an accusation that my client caused the power to be shut off. Simply not true. Simply not true. What happened was the fire department determined that the electrical panels had been altered without permits. National Grid came and inspected Friday. National Grid turned off the power, and I have the message that National Grid left if you, Mr. Commissioner, would like to see it. But what it says, simply put, is that the panel has been altered for the commercial tenant without the benefit of a permit, and I might add, without my client's knowledge or permission, until it overloaded the socket and created a fire danger. My client had nothing to do with that. She didn't request that the power be terminated. National Grid did it for the safety of the building.
I don't know if you're hearing me, Mr. I'm just saying, that comes through the Inspectional Service. Inspectional Service notifies us if there's something wrong. Like that day, they called me to go down to the club. They did their job, all right? This has to do with both clients, yours and Mr. Corrigan's clients, not getting along, and you're trying to get us involved in a civil suit, and we're not gonna get involved in it. And the best thing I can tell you to stop you from coming in here and stop Mr. Corrigan coming in here for the same issue is settle it in court.
Well, there are court actions pending, as Attorney Corrigan mentioned, but I certainly don't want this board to think that my client took some sort of, what she may not fully understand the system, but what she wants is that alterations need to be permitted and approved. You know, that whole story about the PVC plumbing in the basement, well, that happened. However, Attorney Corrigan told me that it was somehow my client's fault. She had a permit that a plumber pulled, and for one reason or another, City Hall couldn't find the permit. I got a copy of it, by the way. She relied on the plumber, so those mistakes are certainly not something she participated in. She is legitimately a victim here and not the perpetrator. She didn't alter the panel. She didn't tax the electrical service. She didn't tax or tap in to the residential tenant's panel and steal power. Mm-hmm. She didn't authorize the lounge to plug refrigerator units into the common panel and steal her power. Her common area lighting bill goes from $18 a month to $267. Mm-hmm. And she's locked out of the basement.
One second.
Excuse me for a minute. I don't want to be rude, okay?
We have to.
But I have to tell you, again, this does not belong in front of us right now, okay? You had your story you related to us. We listened to your story. We understand what's going on. It's a court matter, all right? We're not taking sides in this. We're not blaming Wendy. We're not blaming either client, okay? We're just telling you it belongs in court. It's in court, and let the court settle it, all right? And I'm not blaming her. All I want to say is she comes in here and makes a complaint. We hear the complaint. Special Service hears the complaint. The fire department, everybody hears the complaint. And they go out and check it to make sure. But she's a restraining order. She should stay away from there. I understand she owns the building, but she should stay away. And maybe they'll get along peacefully and settle this matter.
Okay.
My client's not looking for anything more.
We have
we have another
adjourn this meeting soon because we have another meeting in like 8 minutes. So, 1 second. Lieutenant Cirillo? I mean, yes.
No questions.
Thank you. Director Ruiz?
I just want to make sure that the electrical part of it is a problem. I know in speaking with Wendy today, she said that she talked to an electrician, they're waiting for some parts to come in because they can't find them to get the problem fixed. If the electric company shuts the power off, she's gonna be responsible for putting all those families up in hotels. So just to, you know, because they wanna shut the building down. For some reason, Mass Electric wants to shut the power to the building. I don't know why. I'm not an electrician, I don't know anything about electricity. But just to let you know that if for some reason they shut the building down, she's responsible to put all those tenants up in a hotel.
I understand she's been advised of that, and all I can tell you is that there were a lot of electrical alterations made that my client was not aware of, and the problem wasn't created by her.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, counsel. Thank you. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
First, what's the next meeting? 19th?
February 19th is the next
Okay, yeah,
meeting.
the other thing is, you gotta get us a date for the Ralph to come down or anything like that?
No, we don't have it yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Commissioner Morales made a motion to adjourn the meeting, second by Commissioner Leal. Commissioner Morales, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Leal, how do you vote?
Yes.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much all for coming, and have a good night.